generally feeling healthier this week?
Excuse me?
Just feeling generally healthier?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I feel like obviously we still got some guys who will be out, but, feel like just fresher overall as a team. Obviously, on that stretch, when it hit, it was a much-needed bye week, just getting guys back mentally and physically refreshed a little bit, so it's been good.
Where are you guys going to stand up at running back going into this game?
We should, hopefully get one or two back. So, again, it's still day to day, but guys have been back and starting to do some modified work through practice, so we'll kind of see where they stand as the week goes on.
Coach, you have an older quarterback in Austin. And through this year, what has it been like coaching him? And does his age give him a different perspective on a lot of the scheme things or embracing different game plans? And how does that show leadership?
I don't think it's much as the age is experience, right? He's had a lot more experience now. Being in with Coach Blesh now since this past spring, I think it's really helped him understand and develop his mindset on exactly what we're trying to get accomplished through the game plans. I think he's only gotten better and better each week. As you can see, the more comfortable he gets, he's starting to throw the ball really well and make good decisions. And that's we got to continue to do that. But he's a very, very mature man, obviously, and he works extremely hard at it. He's been a great teammate, and he's really doing some really good things. So just got to continue to do and get a week better.
A lot on the line this week for both teams. Is that, and that's kind of common at the end of the year, but is that the case? You feel like there's a lot that's going to go down this week?
The what?
Is there a lot? Is this game a key one for both?
Oh, absolutely. You look at it, it's definitely a key game. Coach Bloom has done a great job with that Rice football team, and you can really see, they had a lot of games early that were either tight and they won some big games, and then kind of down the stretch, the injury bug hit them a little bit and had some key players out, and so I'm sure they're doing the same thing, getting back healthy, and they're playing for a bowl game, and we're playing to hopefully clinch a spot in the championship game. So it's two teams that have a lot on the line. So it's obviously a pivotal game, the most important game this season for us, and we got to really focus in on going 1-0 this week.
What would it mean you guys to get back to the championship?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, that's really all your goals and that you set. That is obviously the mission we set for this season, is to have an opportunity to play in the championship game and win a championship. So, you still have all those goals sitting out there in front of you. The biggest thing is we have to eliminate distractions this week. Always have potential to have distractions with Thanksgiving week and all of that. But you got to, this is the time of year you got to suck it up and make sure you eliminate those distractions, really focus in on your preparation, building your mentality, and there's no doubt in my mind we're coming in to face a team that has their backs up against the wall, and they're going to come out and they're going to play their best. And so we got to make sure that we play our best.
You mentioned that they've got their backs to the wall. What do you see in Rice as a team as you prepare for this game?
A physical football team. They take great pride on being physical. I feel like they've been much more explosive offensively this year. They have playmakers out on the perimeter at the wide receiver spots. The running backs, they can go. But it all starts up front on both sides of the ball. I think defensively, up front's their strength. They do a great job, really, with their fundamentals, their technique. They're extremely strong, big, active, but they get after it. And so, again, it's you can really see that culture setting in. Mike's done a great job with that program, and he'll continue to do so. But the biggest thing is we got to really focus in on making sure we execute and make our routine plays.
Do you have any idea who you'll see in quarterback from them in this game?
No, I think they have some injuries. Some different guys have been in and out. I wish I could go watch them practice this week and see what they're doing, but you can't do it. And so at the end of the day, it's really about making sure that, again, you're prepared and ready to show up on Saturday in order to get a team's best. And whoever it is at quarterback, I know they'll be well prepared, and they're going to give us their best.
So having a chance to control your own destiny with a win, how does that affect the team going forward to where you kind of know the job going in?
Yeah, you know the job. Again, we have to accomplish this mission this week of going 1-0 in order to reach the next one. And so, again, it's eliminating those distractions and really focusing in on Rice this week, and the rest will take care of itself.
What's the senior class meant to you into this program?
Just unbelievable dudes, man. It's a group that bought into culture and family and feed off each other and love hanging with each other. It doesn't matter offense, defense, special team. They're all in together. And a group that truly cares, and that's what you love coaching. That's why I coach. I love coaching these men. It's been a lot of fun. They're a gritty group. We've had some ups and downs, obviously, throughout the year, but they've always responded. It's a great group.
One of those guys that is in that group is Caden Davis. What has he meant to the program? I mean, I know he had a chance to go elsewhere and decided to come back this year.
He means a lot to this program. I mean, just thinking all the things on the field he's done, but some of the things that maybe people don't see are the things he does off the field. The leader he is in the locker room. His energy every single day out on the practice field. The way he works, the example he sets has been huge. There's a reason why him and Manasseh were elected our permanent team captains early. Obviously have a lot of respect from their peers, their fellow teammates, and their coaches. And so he's been a great player for us, but he's been even better for our program overall.
Would you like to see him, maybe knock off that tackle record that's been there forever?
Obviously, I want him to, to achieve all his goals. Again, yes, I would love to see that, but that's not going to take away from anything. He's made so many plays here, and again, the type of person he is. That's what I'm going to remember him for. Just the type of teammate he was, the type of leader he was. Loved ball, and extremely a loyal person. He's family to me.
You talk about a guy getting 400 tackles. What is it about Caden that has enabled him to stack up that many plays over the course of the season?
He plays like he practices. He's relentless, and he uses great effort. He's going to get to the football. And again, he's extremely smart. Obviously, having to change up the system, last year, having to learn a new system. I think Coach Bennett's done a great job of that group, but him just, really studying and making sure he understands the ins and outs of that defense, and he makes it go. And he's done a great job. He's obviously very active, makes a lot of plays for us.
I want to ask you a little about Casey, who stepped in for you at tackle toward the end of the season. What kind of job has he done for you after stepping in for your start?
Yeah, it's been exciting to watch him grow, just getting that experience and getting out there and, doing a good job stepping in. Again, when one guy goes down, the next guy has to step up, and they have to be prepared and ready to go, and he's done that. He's been locked in, and he's done a great job. He's gone out there and continued to improve each and every week, which is what we all have to do. And, he's been big through the stretch.
Did you just need somebody at that point?
You need a left tackle, that's for sure. And again, you need someone to step up and play well. That's a crucial position. And again, it's exciting because just watching him, gain that experience and being able to see his potential just going into the future as well. I mean, he's got a high end.
And we're getting down to the end of the season here, and you look at the national leaders, and Ridge is still way up there in passes defended, things like that. Are you just proud of the way he stepped forward for you this year after you lost a cornerback early in the season, and not just filled in? I mean, he's really played well.
Played well, and again, we talk about it a lot. Going through a season to stay completely healthy throughout a football season doesn't happen very often, and so you're going to have guys step up and play well and play at a high level. when they do, and he's done that, and he's gained. You can really see the confidence he's gained throughout the season. It's very evident, and he's made a ton of big-time plays for us, and that's what you're going to have. And again, it's tough when a man goes down. It's always tough, but the way he stepped up and continuing to prove every single week, just like Casey, it's exciting to get a glimpse into the future of his upside and how good he can be.
How's he doing at his side? He seems like a little bit of a smaller.
You got to have belief at that position for sure, and you have to be willing to attack and be aggressive. And I think the trust and belief is as big as any. And then if something happens when you're on an island, listen, I've never seen a corner hasn't given up a big one, right? But you have to be able to be mentally tough enough to bounce back, and he's been able to do that.
So he's been good about that when he gives one.
Yeah, great attitude again, and I think it helps the culture, the teammates he has around him, guys. And it's been great all year seeing guys lift each other up, because adversity strikes. It's going to strike a football team, but also individuals. And if you can have teammates that are there to pick you up and help you and instill that confidence back into you to go back out there and make plays, that's huge. And I think that's what our culture is, and I think that's what's made this group special.
So he bounced right back after the UTSA game and all that?
Yeah, again, he's had a great attitude. He goes out and continues to work hard each and every week to get better, and that's what you're looking for, and he's done it.
Anything else? I got some history before the buzzer. As for Austin on his 3 away from the most passing touchdowns in a single season. Just what's been the difference this season, maybe in how he practices? Is there anything different in his mentality?
I think knowledge, one, being in the room with Coach Blesh, understanding exactly what we're trying to get accomplished, and I think, two, confidence. When you have that, knowledge is power, right? And, when you have that, it brings that confidence out in you. And obviously, when you step on that field and you have that knowledge and then you start making those plays, and the more and more plays you make, the more confidence you're going to get. And I think he's been very mature in how he's worked in the offseason. Listen, I've said a lot of times, besides the coordinator, the head coach, that quarterback position, you have to have a lot of grit in you, because you're going to get, and it's like anything, when things are going good, you're probably going to get more praise than you should. When things aren't going good, you're probably going to take more heat than you should. And so he's been very mature about how he's handled his role on this football team. He's come to work every single day, blocked out the outside noise, been mentally tough in that. There's been some ups and downs he's had to fight through, even this season, and he's done that. But I think he also understands, what we're trying to get accomplished, and I think he's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
The help of the wide receiver position does make it that much easier for him to take.
Yeah, last year was a challenge. When you have that many receivers go down, you have a lot of young guys stepping up, a lot of guys that haven't truly had the experience. That's tough on a quarterback. Just the rhythm, the timing, knowing exactly what that guy's going to do can be challenging. And so, like I said, maybe taking a little bit too much heat this past year on some of the key injuries that we had, and being able to allow time for some of those young guys to step up and develop with their feet on the fire through a season. But we've been much more fortunate this year. We've had a healthy group for the most part, guys that have a lot of experience now that he's thrown to every day, has chemistry with them. I think that also helps. And so, again, we need to continue to grow in that area and even get better this week. We've done some really good things, being explosive in our passing game, especially with how guys are going to play us, with that extra hats down low. And so we have to be able to do that, and they've done a good job for the most part this season, and it's going to be no different this week.
All right. Thank you,
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Coach. You guys got what seems like a monster win this weekend. I mean, how do you guys feel? Where do you feel like you guys are at heading into this game?
I feel like we're good. We had a week off last week, so I feel like we're ahead. Just coming in each week, preparing the right way, and just taking what we learned in the film room and taking it onto the practice field. And like I said, I feel like we're ahead from having a bye week last week.
Did that really pay off, just with
Oh yeah, no doubt. But even if we did have a game, you know, the next man has to step up, and when his number called, you got to go make plays.
Controlling your own destiny this weekend with a win, just what does that do for y'all, the team, knowing what you have to do?
We're not thinking ahead at all, but we know what's ahead. We still have the feeling. We're not talking about it. We just focus on Rice and just going in and watching film of them. Like, we're not thinking ahead. We know what we have to do this week. We have to handle business this week, and then we know what's next.
What do you see in Rice?
They offense, they throw a lot of stuff. They can go spread. They can go heavy run package. They throw a lot of things at you. So you have to be very sound in the passing game and the running game. Yeah.
Rice coming into this game 5-6, need a win for bowl eligibility. I'd say almost equal. It is the exact same situation that y'all were in last season. Just what can you say from personal experience, how that changes the way a team plays?
I'm pretty sure they want to go to a bowl game. We know they're going to come in just like every other team does, come in and play hard. But, you know, everybody got to plan until they get hit in the mouth. So, yeah.
This is your last home game. So what are your thoughts on, you know, potentially having your last home game here?
And
all that?
I've been trying to think about it. You know, it ain't really hit me yet. Hopefully it hit me Saturday, but it ain't hit me yet. It's crazy that it's my last home game at Apogee. You know, yeah, it's crazy.
Proud of what you've accomplished here over that time?
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of what I accomplished. You know, I'm real hard on myself. I always want more for myself, but yes, sir, everything that I've done and everything I put into this program, even if I got a little iffy about it, I stayed all in and I stayed committed.
Glad you decided to come back after all.
Oh yeah, I knew I made the right decision. Yes, sir.
What made it the right decision?
Just knowing what I still have here, the coaches, the players. I had a lot of players that look up to me. I'm big on relationships and family, and I'm not the type of person to leave anybody behind or move on of what I started. So, you know, I decided to come back and finish what I started.
What would you remember from your time here most?
Just going out of Apogee, making plays, going to practice, workouts with Coach Womack, just building a big brotherhood, and yeah, just being a leader and just doing everything I can to make the team closer.
How's this season kind of, you know, reassured you and that it was the correct decision to come back?
Just the chip that everybody have to win, and you know, we already bowl eligible. We didn't have to fight for that, but we know what we're fighting for in the future. So yeah, it's just big, you know. Just going in each week and the way we're preparing and the way that we're practicing, it's just different, you know. So I'm very happy with the decision I made and ready to finish it out.
Katie, from your perspective on the defense and kind of on the sidelines when the offense is on the field, what type of leadership does Austin as a quarterback present to the team, and what's been his leadership style in practice and in the locker room?
You know, he's already been a professional before, and he know how to prepare going into the week. He knows about everything. So even like before practice, the preparation that he puts in and the encouragement that he give us before and after practice, like he's been there before, and he just wanted us allowing us to follow his footsteps by just coming out and just leading by example. That's the main thing. But yeah, Ani's a great leader, and he come to work every day.
What type of encouragement does he offer you guys?
He just challenged us to, no matter what we're going through or no matter if it's hot, cold, it don't matter, to push through. You may be hurt, you might have a little bump or bruise, but you got on your helmet and shoulder pad, you got to come out and get better every day at practice.
This senior class seems like it's got a lot of guys that have made a pretty big impact here. What are your thoughts on this group of guys that you've been through?
The senior class, man, we've been through a lot. We had ups and downs, you know, but we all stuck together. When things got harder, we just went harder. We used it as motivation. We didn't sit around and just complain. We did everything we can to make whatever we needed to do happen.
I was going to ask you a little bit about Ridge. You know, he's right up there at the top of the national leaders in pass breakups and passes defended. Are you just proud of the way that guy has just taken off this year?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, I had been seeing it in him. Whenever I had first met Ridge, I had told him, man, he got a lot of talent. You know, a lot of people overlook him by size. You know, this game, everybody want to do size, this, but it's the heart that matter. Ridge got heart, and it don't matter if you 6'7", 7 foot. Ridge gonna stand up in front of you, and he gonna give you a challenge. It's not gonna be easy going against him.
You still have a shot at that tackle record. Does that mean a lot to you, that potential to get there?
Man, yeah, that mean a lot to me. You know, I have my team goals that I want to do with the team, but you know, you also have to have self goals, and that was one of the main reasons why I came back. I haven't been thinking about it that much because I'm just focused on winning and getting to the conference championship and beating Rice and things like that. But I know it's going to happen. I'm not too much worried about it. I just got to do what I got to do and don't do too much. Just make the plays that come my way and just keep leading the team, and everything else will fall in place.
Yeah, the goalpost kind of got moved on you there a little bit. You know, that the number was in the book, and apparently the book was wrong. That they pushed it past 400. What were your thoughts on that?
It was big, but you know, I just sat down and I really thought about it. And I just basically just said, I'm gonna stand up for the challenge. I was kind of hurt about it at first because there was some, like I said, it was my self goal and one of the reasons why I came back. But like I'm up for the challenge and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it. But my main focus right now is winning, and that'll be part of it, beating the record.
All right, Rich. Well, you guys are down to this last regular season game, and it seems like a big one for you guys. How are you approaching this?
Really just like every other game, but we know if we win, we know the conference championship is up next. So we're focused in right now, locked in, and we're ready to go.
That close loss to UTSA earlier in the season was just a little bit more motivation to go back in there.
Definitely. It was a bad taste left in our mouth, especially for me in that last play, and we just want our revenge, and we know that after that game, we knew we were going to be back to play them again in the conference championship. We just took it 1 week at a time, so it's definitely a motivation.
Seems like you've come a long way this year. Has that been the case? You feel like you've grown a lot as a player?
I definitely have. My confidence has grown. I just, week by week, I've gotten better, and I'm getting more comfortable in playing at this speed and this level, and it's paying off.
Feel like you've kind of proven yourself this year?
Definitely. I feel like I'm top corner in the conference, and it's just based off my confidence, and that's how it's been.
Can you take me back, all the way back to UTEP? Coach said, you're in, kind of what was running through your head and what were you?
Yeah, I had to step up for JD, and I just knew it was my time to play. I had to step up. Last year, I started in 3 games. I had to step up, and it was just another. This year, it was time for me to make a change and actually start being out there and making plays. And I knew I had to step up for Coach Bennett and the team.
You're up there in the national leaders now in passes defended. I mean, did you ever think that you had the ability to get up there?
Definitely. I knew this is what I was capable of. I just had to go out there and do it. My confidence, like I said, my confidence grew each and every week, and teams kept on throwing at me, so I had to make plays.
Kind of felt like you were overlooked a little bit because you're a little bit smaller as a cornerback.
Definitely, but I try to block that size noise out and just go out there and play no matter who I'm going against.
Got the family legacy there at defensive back. You had some older brothers that had really great careers and are having really great careers. Did that really help you as you came up through football to have those guys to
Yeah, they've definitely taught me a lot growing up, and I feel like it's definitely helped me at the college level because they told me what I had to do to prepare and play at a high level in big games. So they definitely have helped me and motivated me for sure.
You have to have great technique at your size. Is that kind of how you're able to play?
Yeah, I mean, at my size, I got to have great technique, great feet, so that's definitely my advantage.
Made some big plays this year. What was your favorite moment from the season so far?
I definitely say I say the pick six. FAU, yeah. That was really my turnaround for the season, my turning point for the season, so that one, really the whole game.
Just how has that performance versus FAU fueled the rest of your season?
It took my confidence to a whole nother level and just showed myself and other people what I can really do. And yeah.
One other shot at UTSA, is that the big motivation for you going into the end of the year?
Definitely, that's the goal, to play against them and win the conference championship.
How were you able to bounce back from that play at the end of the game so well?
I just had to move on. I mean, it happened. Play happened. It's still in the back of my head, and I just had to move on with it. Plays happen. I just want another shot.
Is that part of the challenge of being a cornerback? Is you're kind of out there on the island, you have to move on from plays like that?
Yeah, you have to. If you don't move on, they're just gonna keep going at you. It's gonna be even worse. So you can't think about that.
Talk about noise a lot with Coach. How are you able to maintain focus on Rice, but also having the goal be eventually you can get there?
We know Rice is in our way, and we got to prepare for them. They're a good team, and they beat teams that we've lost to. So we got to prepare for them the same way we would prepare for UTSA. Just be locked in every day and go out there and win.
What was it that you learned from that last play against UTSA? Was there a technique type thing, or just what was it you took away from it?
It was a good play by him. I could have cut him off a little bit more. Play just happened real fast. So, I mean, he just made a good play. So, can't.
Yeah, well, you got to the last game of the regular season, so what are your thoughts on where you guys stand going into this one?
Yeah, we know we got a tough opponent, Rice, that's coming in trying to be bowl eligible, so they got a lot to play for too. We're playing for a conference championship. They're playing for bowl eligibility, so it's going to be a great battle, and we just got to go out there and execute.
I mean, for personal experience from last year, just what can you say about a team that's playing for bowl eligibility for one more game?
Yeah, you know, your back's against the wall. You're playing for a shot to you know, obviously, you know, they're not going to be in the conference championship, so you want to be in a bowl championship. You want to get that chance to get that ring, and so a lot's on the line. That's how we were last year, and we wanted you know, obviously we want to be bowl eligible. We want to play for a bowl championship as well. So, you know, we were in their shoes last year going into that final game, and so their energy is probably going to be really high, and it's, you know, we just want to match that energy and go out and execute.
Is this the last one for you, or are you still last home game, or are you still kind of thinking about what you want to do, or what?
This will most likely be my last home game. Want to go out there and win and clinch a conference championship on my last home game. You know, that would mean a lot to me, and so just want to go out there and play really well in front of the home fans.
Came into the season with something to prove. Think you proved it?
Yeah, I feel like I still got a lot to prove, though. You know, I tried each and every week to try to get better as a quarterback, to try to lead this team to where we wanted to go, and we're right on the cusp of that. And so, you know, it would mean a whole lot more to me, you know, if we got to where we're going and eventually, you know, achieving our goals. So we're not there yet. We still got a lot in front of us. So, you know, a lot that we want to play for a conference championship, but Rice is in the way. So we're really focused on Rice this week. You know, with the bye week, it's been nice to get 2 weeks on them. You know, still got kind of a bad taste in our mouth from UAB, so we'll be ready to play.
So you said most likely, are you still leaving the door cracked there a little bit? Or?
I'm gonna leave it cracked. I want to entertain it, but you know, I got one more year left, so I might as well entertain it. But nah, I'm probably gonna move on.
Obviously, KD said you lead by example. What does that look like all year? Has that been something you think about when you step out on the field?
Yeah, just trying to be with being an older guy in the locker room. Kind of guys just, you know, naturally kind of look at you, being the quarterback of the team. You know, a lot of eyes are on you, so just making sure that you're doing the little things right, like before practice, getting in the weight room, making sure, you know, I got a routine that I like to do before practice. You know, while I'm on the field. You know, just making sure I'm giving full effort, you know, communicating with guys, and you know, make sure they know I'm locked in as well. So if I'm locked in, you know, they're gonna follow and be locked in right there with me. And so I love to compete, and so just trying to get that competitive edge to everybody, and you know, keeping guys going in the same direction, and you know, going to our ultimate goal.
How much better has it made you? I mean, to have knowing that people are looking at you as a leader?
Yeah, I think that's something that kind of just comes with the position. You know, I feel like I've kind of, just done that my whole life is playing quarterback. And so, when you play professional sport, the guys even look at you a little bit more. So, making sure you know how to conduct yourself, whether it's in the locker room, before practice, after practice, recovery, just all the little things. They look at you and how you work, and so I want to make sure that I'm practicing with my best ability and 100%, and make sure those guys are locked in as well. And so when I'm competitive, defense is competitive. Iron sharpens iron, and so when everybody's rolling, we're a good football team.
The senior class seems like it's meant a lot to this program. What can you say about those guys that that are playing their last game this week?
Yeah, they've been through a lot, that's for sure, and so. We want to end the season the right way, and so get them a W in the last home game for them, and so it obviously means a lot to get a win on their last game in Apogee, but also has a lot of implications too as we look forward.
Have the experiences along the way for you guys that are seniors really helped you, lead this team and help you grow?
Yeah, we've been through a lot. We've definitely had our ups and downs. Last year we had to grind the last 7 games, whatever, of the season, and so that I think that really helped push us forward this year. And even we had adversity this year, and so we continue to push through that, and we got great leaders that can help push through that, and that's why I think the team's in a position where we're at right now.
And you've had one of the unique journeys for a college football player across the country, really. When you think about it. I mean, what's that journey been like for you?
It's been extremely fun. To get my opportunity this year to prove myself, it was the reason I came back. I came back because I felt like I had the momentum ending last year. I wanted to continue that this year. I still had a battle to get that starting spot, but I knew we had a great football team coming into this year, and it's another reason I came back. And so I wanted to go out and prove myself, but also have a lot of fun. I love playing football. I love playing with these guys, and so look forward to continue playing with them.
Regardless of how the season ends, do you just feel like this was a great last year for yourself and the team?
No, I'd like to win out. Then I'd feel really good about it. So not satisfied yet.
It's been kind of a crazy journey, though. I mean, do you ever think back of all the things that you've done over the course of your, college/baseball career?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from the outside looking in, it is crazy for me. That's just my life. And so, obviously the baseball experience was cool, and I think that helped me kind of develop into the man I am today. And then, going through the bumps and bruises of baseball and failures and all that stuff has really, gave me a different perspective in the football world and how I work and, how I approach things. And so, I think the football world is extremely fun, and look forward to continuing that.
Did you learn a lot along the way?
Yeah, I went through a lot of adversity. Obviously, baseball didn't go the way I wanted it to. Second round draft pick, made it to high A, didn't make it to the big leagues, and then I had to, come into North Texas. It wasn't an easy sailing road either. It took me to year 5 to become the starting quarterback, and so. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and I looked at it like that, and so just continue to work each and every day, and continue to do the same things that I've done the last 5 years, and keep getting better every day.
You feel like you kind of squeezed the juice out of it, your athletic career?
I'm going to try to keep squeezing as long as I can. At some point in life, your sports career comes to an end, but I'm trying to prolong that as long as I can, and we'll see how long that is.
And then just more in the season sense, Coach Luttrell kind of preaches going 1-0 and getting one day better.
Mm-hmm.
Going into game 12, do you just feel like you have gotten, better week to week?
Yeah, and I think that approach has helped me as well. You're going to have some good weeks and some bad weeks, and so you learn from your weeks past, and you apply that to the next week. And just like this week, we're trying to go 1-0, and that's the most important thing, because that's what our goals are set for. So want to accomplish this week's goal, and that's going 1-0 against Rice.
What do you see in Rice?
I see a good football team, physical up front. DBs they play man and zone, so we're going to have to do a great job of identifying, what they want to do. But, ultimately, I say it every week, it just comes down to execution on our end. We'll adjust to what they do, but when we have high execution, we're a good football team.
Down at the title game, is that really would that be a big achievement for this team to get to the title game after all you guys went through?
Yeah, of course. But obviously we know that runs through Rice, so we got to take care of business there first. But yeah, that's each and every goal's team at the beginning of the year is to get to a conference championship and win it. And so, yeah, that would be great. But we're not getting there until we beat Rice.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about Casey for a story this week. He's one of those guys that stepped in the middle of the year. It seems like he really played ball for you. Has he helped you guys after you lost your starting tackle?
Yeah, Casey's done a great job coming in for us. Obviously with losing Cole, he's had to step up, and so he's done a great job. He's a guy that comes in and works hard too. So, he puts his head down and works, and so I'm not worried about him. Being the left tackle. As a quarterback, that's your favorite guy, protecting your backside. So I got all the confidence in the world in him. He's a hard worker and does a great job. So, he's going to continue to do that for us, and he's been great.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, Austin.